Hey, what is going on, guys? So today I'll be bringing you guys a deck profile on my Inzektors. Unfortunately, this deck isn't nearly as powerful as it was in its prime because, of course, we only have one Hornet and one Dragonfly to play with over here in the TCG. But I definitely am hoping that with the next ban list we may get some more of those. Maybe Hornet to 3, maybe Dragonfly to 2 if we're lucky. But yeah, still a very solid deck, very cheap to build. It's really crazy how much damage this deck can put on when it gets going and how easily it can OTK. Really the biggest thing with building this deck is just trying to make sure that you have enough defense for the deck, enough draw cards and consistency cards for the deck, but also making sure that you have enough cards to deal with the top tiered meta decks out there to make sure that you're not completely blown out by them. So without further ado, let's get right into the deck profile. Starting off with the Inzektor monsters, we have the free Inzektor Centipede, pretty standard of course. You need this to be able to search out your other Inzektor cards. The free Inzektor Ladybug, some people like running 2 of this, but you really need 3, just to have the extra Inzektor name, and also it's your ideal opening to have Ladybug and Centipede, to use Ladybug's effect to ditch itself as an equip to Centipede, so you can get Centipede Search, and also boost Centipede's level up. To hopefully keep it on board to have for your Xyz plays next turn. So Ladybug is really important for that. And there are times that you actually, when you run out of other Inzektor monsters, you may special summon a Ladybug from your deck with Dragonfly. And it's kind of funny when you're able to make a Ladybug that normally would be 500 attack get really high up there in attack with like being equipped with Gigamantis and Zectaliber. So yeah, that's why I do run the free Ladybug. And then for one-os, we of course have the 1 Dragonfly and 1 Hornet, sadly. The 1 Gigamantis to of course boost your guys up to 2400, and also for his effect when he's sent to the graveyard as an equip, you can special summon an Inzektor from grave. But do keep in mind that the monster has to stay on board for that effect to resolve, so you're usually doing that with your own combos, like using Hornet to pop it or using MST to pop it. But yeah, Gigamantis just opens up so many combo spam plays. And then for the final Inzektor, I do run the 1 Hopper. I run it for an extra name. It's a decent 1700 body if you need to summon it, and it's equip effect to send to the graveyard to let one of your monsters attack directly and have that be the only monster that can attack that turn. It can be pretty useful if you're trying to go for game, especially since you can equip one of your Inzektors with both Gigamantis and Zectaliber to make it 3200, and you can really get in a lot of direct damage with that combo. And then for the non-Inzektors, we have the free Mathematician. This, of course, is useful for dumping your Inzektors in the grave, and that's also useful too, and a little bit better than Armageddon Knight because it is level 3. That can help you go into your rank 3 plays sometimes, and then when he's destroyed by battle, you can draw 1 card, and that does come up sometimes, so Mathematician overall is really good for this deck for getting those Inzektors you need in grave. And then for the final monsters, we have the 2 Effect Veiler and the 2 Max C. This is where I was talking about how you need to have certain cards that kind of deal with the current meta that you're in. Max C is really good right now because a lot of decks battle summon and can really make the opponent think about their plays. Especially since this helps you draw into your combo pieces to help you go off for the next turn. And Effect Veiler is really good because there's a lot of powerful effects out there right now, like Necroza Trishula and Sator Knight Triver and Evil Storm Exciton Knight, that can really just blow out your board. So having Effect Veiler that you can possibly draw off of Max C is really good to try to protect your board from those powerful effects. So that's it for the monsters, total of 17. Now on the spells. So starting off for consistency, we have the Triple Pod Duality. Even though the deck does need the Spell Summon to win, it can still function pretty highly on its normal summons, considering you do have Centipede to search things and Hornet to pop things, and you just really need to dig through your deck to get those combo pieces. And you usually need at least a turn, if not 2 turns, to set up before you can really go off, so Duality is good to have it free just to get to those key combo cards. It's also good for getting to your side deck cards as well. Then I also do play the free Upstart Goblin. With how much damage this deck can put on when it goes off, it doesn't really matter too much if you're giving your opponent 1,000 life. Just the fact that you're digging for your deck and getting to another card is really the important thing with Upstart Goblin. Then I do play the free MST. Even though it is a dead card against Necroz, you still can use it to get your own combos off by, say, MSTing your own Gigamantis to get Gigamantis' effect off and Dragonfly or Hornet's effect off that's equipped to. So there's a lot of things you can do with MST to facilitate your own combos in this deck. And then for one-os, we have only the 1 Inzektor Sword Zectaliber. You really only need 1 for the OTK combo and 2 kind of clogs, so that's why I only play the 1. You want to reduce down clogginess in this deck as much as possible, so that is partly why I do play the one. One Book of Moon, just a versatile card that also is a Jin lockout. Foolish Burial, to dump Veins in Grave. One Regeki, and then finally the one Soul Charge, which is really busted in this deck, considering how much plus you can get off of just by summoning one Dragonfly off of this and losing 1,000 life points. That one Dragonfly can turn into 5 Inzektor monsters and can potentially pop your opponent's whole board if you have Hornet to equip with it. So a lot of neat things you can do with Soul Charge. So that was 14 spells. Now for the final 9 traps. Starting off, we have the free Powerful Rebirth. This is a card that came out in the newest set, Cross Souls. You can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your graveyard. Its level is increased by 1 and its attack is increased by 100. When the monster is destroyed, Powerful Rebirth is destroyed, but whereas Call of the Haunted normally would say when this card is destroyed, destroy the monster, this card does not. So say if your opponent MSTs it and you chain Powerful Rebirth, you'll get to special summon your monster from grave, and then when Rebirth dies, the monster does not die. And you can also use it as Hornet fodder as well if you don't have anything on the field to pop, which is really, really neat. And then sometimes that one level boost that you get while Rebirth is on the field for that monster can actually be very, very useful for going into your high level Xyz plays. And then I do run the free Fiendish Chain, same reason as Valor, you just need that effect negation, and also the fact that it stops attacks also helps to protect your bugs as well. The 2 Mirror Force, also for protecting the bugs from battle, could just be a huge blowout card if you play it at the right time. And finally, the 1 Solemn Warning, since it is the best one of trap card in the game right now, in my opinion, just being able to stop a summon for the measly cost of 2,000 life points is very, very powerful. So that is it for the main deck, total of 40 cards. Now on to the extra deck. So starting off with the rank 3s, we have the 1 Ghost Regalia card, the 1 Leviair in case any of your bugs get banished, the 1 Leviathan, which is a combo card for your deck. You go into him by using like a Dragonfly and a Centipede. You detach, say, a Dragonfly to give him the boost of 2,500, and then you can revive a Dragonfly to just reset up your combos again. And then for the final rank 3, I have the 1 Acid Golem, in case you run into Skill Drain, or you just need a powerful monster to go into to beat over annoying things. So that's why Acid Golem is useful in this deck. And then for 4s, we have the 1 Abyss Dweller, Castel, Exciton, Lavalval Chain if you need to get things engraved, or if you need to top deck something that you can draw off of Upstart Goblin. And then finally the 1 Ptolemaeus, of course, for the Diamond combo. And if you use 3 level 4s, you can also rank up into any of your rank 5s in the deck as well. But that's not a play you really do that often. You mostly use it for Diamond. So then for the 5s, we have the 1 Diamond. The fact that it restricts both players from sending cards from their deck to the graveyard isn't that big of a deal, because you're usually playing this against Burning Abyss and Dolls to try to lock them out anyway. So Diamond's really good for that purpose, especially since you only need 2 cards with Ptolemaeus to go into it. The 1 Durendal can be really good for its negation effect, be able to change a Spell Trapper monster effect to something that would just destroy one of your back row. You can use it to, have them blow up one of your dead Powerful Rebirths. And then the fact that you can shuffle your opponent's hand and your hand into the deck to have them draw the same number of cards can be useful too, especially for trying to get around Valkyris, since you really don't have a main deck answer for that outside of Book of Moon to push for your OTKs. And then the 1 Inzektor Axis Stag, basically a poor man's honor arc for this deck, and this can get really big considering it is an Inzektor monster that you can equip Gigamantis onto as well. The 1 Volcasaurus, the 1 Shark Fortress, which is your main OTK playmaker in the deck, and finally the 1 Gaia Charger to overlay on top of any of these rank 5s. So now to wrap it up with the side deck. So starting off, we have the 2 Artifact Lancia because you really don't want any of your bugs to get banished, and it's just really good for studying those banish heavy matchups like Necroz, Spiritual Beasts, and Infernoids. The 2 Flying Sea, good against Burning Abyss and Satar Knights to stop them from Xyz summoning. The 2 Forbidden Lance, good against those matchups that have the chainable traps like Burning Abyss and Spiritual Beast, can really stun your plays. The 2 Twister, good for getting rid of annoying floodgates like Macro, Defissure, and Emptiness, and similar to MST, it can be a combo card for your own plays in your deck. The free Mind Crush for those search heavy decks. 2 Iron Wall for the same reason as Lancia. And then for the final side cards, we have the 1 Soul Drain, since the only effect in your deck that actually activates Engrave is Gigamantis, so it doesn't really stop your own plays that much. And finally, the 1 Vanity's Emptiness for the special summon spam heavy decks. You can use this to stun their plays for a turn to try to stall to try to buy yourself some time, and then on your turn you can easily just detach an Inzektor that's equipped onto another one of your Inzektors, and Vanya's Emptiness will fall off with it, so then you can go off with your spam plays. So that is it for the deck profile, guys. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like the video if you did, and of course feel free to subscribe if you like the comment I'm giving to you guys. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below what you think about this deck. I definitely am open to any changes you guys may suggest as far as how to make this deck any better. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.